Maisie claims she knows the lyrics to Wrecking Ball.
We clawed, we chained our hearts in vain, we jumped, never asking why.
Top 10 most annoying things ever.
Bloopers.
Lastly, for Richard and Michelle, do you anticipate being able to watch the show now that you're no longer a part of it, or is it too sensitive?
I'm so excited about watching the show.
Absolutely.
I mean, I love the show. I love being a viewer of the show, and there's so much of it that, you know, you read in the scripts, but you don't get to see. And now, I don't know anything that's coming, you know, so
because we haven't read the scripts, so we'll be like the nerds on the internet going, no offense to the nerds on the internet.
I just wanted you to let me in. I guess I should have let you in.
Happy shot.
Thanks.
It's not what it looks like.
And I shouldn't really be saying this, but I kind of went into the first audition unprepared. I was unaware of the show. I hadn't watched the first season. I'd kind of just heard from guy friends who'd been watching it that, you know, that it's amazing. So it was all kind of word of mouth. And I didn't realise the pressure. And had I realised the pressure, I don't think I would have been able to land the job in the first place. So kind of I'm happy that I was naive for the first round of the audition.
I should have bought you flowers, and all you had. Should have given all my hours when I had. I came into the bathroom to find this. Well, clearly I'm interrupting something. Okay, go. I have one question. Where's my leg? Na 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 na. Batman. They dead. Like so dead. Like OMG dead. My mother and brother are dead.
We're here to talk about Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Exactly, all nice and dramatic.
Game of Thrones.
Are we looking forward to much more dramatic moments in the new season for you?
But yes.
I am Sparta! No!
Oh, shit. Oh.
You guys knew about this?
You know what? That's why this is the best show of all time.
That must be gratifying. I like that last guy. Yeah, last guy.
Oh, baby. Maisie, I hope you're not going to be in the shower for too long. I'm Sophie. I'm India. And this is our Vine.
Happy birthday, Alfie! Happy birthday! I hope you have a great day.
This, oh, it's falling off. Okay, this is a wonderful neck piece.
I think it is when they say, oh, there's a man and a woman in a bathtub. Let's take pictures. Now, you can't.
As you do.
Yeah,
as you
of
do.
course, you want it, and who can blame you? But you don't want that in the theater, so what do?
Well, it hasn't happened. There really hasn't been that many people taking photos of us in the tub.
They should be admonished and warned not to take photos.
They should. Yeah. Indeed, they should. And also, there's just no need. They could go on YouTube and see Game of Thrones, and it would be more than they would ever see in the bath.
You've been naked in the Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you.
Sam's the daddy of that little family, and he's just hell-bent on being a better...
For example, your parents are living?
Yes, they are, yes.
So, so they've seen the Game of Thrones.
Oh, they have.
Yeah, and
yes,
what do they say?
Have.
Hey, look at there. Hey, come here. Hey, look, come here. Hey, hey.
Well, No, but I tell you what, it just puts the... But when they saw the bath scene, they were like, what's all the fuss about? Like, it's not a big deal. They've seen it all before.
Is your mother better about it than your father? Or is there anything to not worry... There's nothing to worry about?
Well, yeah, A, there's nothing to worry about. And B, my mum sees it and is very cool and fine with it. And my dad just kind of avoids eye contact for the first kind of...
Yeah.
Couple of hours after we've seen it, and then it's kind of, then it's fine.
Littered with arrows.
Arrows, I know. Oh no, I'm sorry, the man was riding away from me. I wasn't letting him go.
I kind of always wanted to be an actor, but when I was about 11, my parents were like, okay, you wanna give this a go, and my dad works in the theatre. He's a sound designer, and so he got me in on this audition, this West End audition. So I was about 11 years old, and I was like, yeah, this is amazing. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna be an actor. It's gonna be great.
You had wanted to do this?
Oh yeah, for quite some time, and I was convinced it was all gonna work out brilliantly, happily ever after. So I turned up to this audition and was not expecting to see 80 girls lined up outside.
Oh my God, 80 11-year-old girls who wanted the part.
Exactly, who wanted the part. And so I got into the theatre and heard for the first time Midnight, you know, midnight, not a sound on the... You know,
Midnight
song?
and the kitties are sleeping?
Yeah, the cat, no.
Is that what it is?
The song from the musical Cats.
Yeah, midnight and the kitties are sleeping. Downstairs by the furnace.
Clearly you're not dying because these, I feel like it can't only lose one Stark boy a season.
Yeah, I think I am in next season.
Well, I didn't know. I had never heard that song before, and I heard it like 80 times. And so I was freaking out because I didn't have anything. So I kind of shoveled onto the stage. My dad's...
Wait a minute. This is your dad's fault. You're auditioning for a musical, and you don't have a piece to sing. Somebody...
I was pretty sure I could just go and wing it, I suppose.
What did you do?
Well, so I just desperately, in the few minutes before I walked on, was trying to remember any songs, and I was currently being taught a folk song at school called Donkey Riding.
Donkey Riding.
Hey ho, away we go, riding on a donkey. Was how it goes. And so that's what I did.
And they loved it, right?
They hated it.
Oh.
No, they really. I don't think I even got through the first verse.
That's not right.
And so then they asked me for something a little more contemporary.
Yeah.
So then I quickly followed that up with a rendition of the Spice Girls, If You Want to Be My Lover.
Uh-huh. How did that go?
Complete with a dance routine.
Yeah.
I think they saw that out through fits of laughter. And I just remember halfway through my like Macarena type dance move, looking to my dad, and he's just got his head in his hands. Like...
Hi.
Maisie's beating.
Everything.
We're treated like gods.
Literally.
I know I'm still living, but I admitted while sitting next to George that I hadn't read the books, and now I fear for my life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He may become angry now that you haven't read his books, and you'll be hit by a car, which is that doesn't happen much in that realm.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
A girl came up to me in a bar the other day and said, "You look exactly like Jon Snow." And I was like, "Well, actually, I am." And she said, "No, he's much taller than you. He's much taller than you." Like, okay, you know what? I lied. I'm not.
I'm not Jon Snow.
My veins popping. It's not a great. Much better. I like your hair.
It's better.
Look at the camera.
I believe I can fly.
Yeah, the race of Castamere.
Oh, wow.
At our karaoke party in Iceland, this guy, what did you sing?
I don't remember.
Faith by George Michael, I remember. He was blinding.
You felt this way all day, and then they release it. It goes.
The release, and then the release.
Yes.
That was a wig, by the way.
Yeah. I was like, why are you wearing a helmet?
What does "Winter is Coming" mean to you?
I'm sorry, I just have really inappropriate things in my head.
I'm a little shy.
You're a little shy?
Now. But I think you could join Game of Thrones with this situation.
Thank you. I'm also a little nervous to be seated next to the House of Lannister.
How would you describe Game of Thrones to people who maybe haven't experienced it yet?
It's set in a kind of fictional medieval land with a lot of violence and a lot of very raunchy sex.
There's a lot of rumpy-pumpy.
A lot of rumpy-pumpy.
She is tough. I find some redeeming qualities in her myself, but fans can, some of them really hate her, and they let you know that, don't they?
Yes, yes. They're not. I mean, I guess it's a compliment. You know, when you're buying a table and someone's like, "You that bitch off."
My name is Tywin Lannister, and I'm a kindly, benevolent father of a dysfunctional family.
I like the way you sing and when you dance with me. I don't know why.
Fucking yes. That is probably, and please don't take this wrong way, the single poshest voice I've ever heard in my life. Even that laugh is remarkable.
After filming, forget about my dirty makeup and go to the shop. People think I'm homeless, and it's hilarious. Well, not really. It's kind of sad. Clapping with one hand. Wow.
I'm not gonna die. I'm Brienne of Tarth.
Every day's a new challenge.
I was in a department store and I was just in the lift and the lift doors opened and this woman kind of looked at me and did a double take and just said, "Khaleesi." And the door was kind of closed and that was it. I was like, okay.
I wanted to congratulate everyone on making it through season 1 alive. Which not all of your fellow cast members did. Now, with this show, do you ever worry, like, when you get the next script, this is it? Like, this is where your character gets killed?
Yeah. It's just the girls. We need a little. We need
Only the girls.
Help, don't we?
Do a lot of falling in my dress, which is
Nice.
not that funny to listen to, but to watch it's quite amusing.
Season 1, when I was covered in blood doing that scene and I got stuck to the Lucy. No joke. I stuck myself to everything because it was sticky blood. So I stuck my knee to my knee and then myself to the Lou.
On Game of Thrones.
Yes.
This is Rose Leslie.
And this is Emilia Clarke.
Would you believe it?
Thank you, guys.
Would you believe it?
Have fun.
But I was walking down the street in, it was in London actually when this happened, and I was, this guy came up to me and he was like, "Khaleesi, like mother of dragons, please, 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 can I have a photo?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course, oh my God, definitely." So he'd take his photo and then he was like, "So what's your real name?" And I was like, "Oh, it's Emilia." And he was like, "Yeah, stick with Khaleesi, it's much better."
Thanks a lot. It's a real fan to recognise me because of the hair. And I look quite different with it.
Not always riding the horse.
Not always riding my horse. Not always getting raped either, which is nice.
And it was seeing John Bradley's face slowly freezing, slowly turning into a block of art. It was hilarious. They kept the camera rolling just to watch it for a while. It was really mean, but it was.
That's really mean.
It's like he got icicles on his little.
Do you pretty much have all the men at your fingertips now when you meet them? They're like, "Oh, there she is. There's Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones," and you're like, "I got them. They're putty in my hand."
I think maybe if I had my dragons with me all the time, that might work. But without the wig and the dragons, it's not so.
Oh, but you know, you can tell them the dragons is with valet, right?
Exactly.
They're parked and they're ready to
Parked
go.
my dragon outside, don't you worry.
Really good fun. It was really good fun. We got to play around with and each other.
Yes.
Which is always good.
We were just sort of being very affectionate.
Yes, exactly.
In a fashion way.
Yeah, in a styled, fashiony way.
Joffrey's a wee prick. Mummy's boy, a bully. He's got nice eyes.
I feel like Jack, the actor, has an abundance of redeeming qualities. I feel like Joffrey, the character, less so.
He's kind of always sits like squiffy on his chair. He's like always picking it at the handle, and he's like, "I am the king."
I feel like Ant-Man is kind of the sleeper. Superman couldn't save his own planet, could he?
Well, he's a baby.
He's still Superman as a baby.
He doesn't have superpowers on Krypton.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Heroes.
Yes! Michelangelo!
And the little rat.
Splinter. You clearly haven't seen this show at all, have you?
Inspector Gadget to
Yes!
seek out!
Go Gadget!
Go Gadget arms, he'd save the world.
Now, you live in New York City now?
I do. At the moment, that's where I'm living. Yeah, it's amazing, amazing. I got here in sort of the end of January, and I was really British about like crossing the street and being really kind of sensible about things. And then within the first like week, I was walking out and I was listening to my music, and this car like comes down in front of me, and I like slam my hand on the hood, and I'm like, hey, I'm walking over here.
One of the most terrifying things I've ever had to do was the opening shot of season 3. They wanted to get this feeling of something being behind Sam and something in pursuit of Sam. So they decided the only way to achieve that effect was to chase me on a quad bike through the snow. And they had a guy running alongside saying, the only reason I'm here is if you fall over, I'll get the quad bike to stop. I went, thanks very much. I don't know what they're paying you, but it's not enough.
The most weird thing I've had to do this season is to bite off a man's ear and spit it in his face.
Nah, Savannah was a piece of a go. Bye. Where's my case? Where's my case? Where's my case?
You guys have to dress up as a character. Who would you guys would dress up as?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna go for Michelangelo. I would be as him.
I'm gonna go for
Raphael.
Raphael. Yeah, Raphael.
And it's just really exciting.
You can see the headline kind of kids with drinking problems on Game of Thrones, and
you know, flip. What?
Everyone else gets the bat.
Okay, well, there was that scene where he said Hodor. Hodor? Hodor. Hodor. That was definitely a badass one.
Oh, Dracarys.
Dracarys.
Definitely. I believe that's probably the most badass quote.
Barney. 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 Son.
Hey, when I'm talking, you right?
You okay?
Phlegm.